And I think I had a build that used that, and I don't know. I just really like. I usually don't like rapiers that much, but Velka's rapier is a weapon that that's probably my top. If we're talking about top fives, it's probably my top five weapons in Dark Souls. Kick him off. Yeah, no poison today. Okay. Do I need to get that? Because that is, I would say, one of the worst traps in the game right there, and that's certain death. I'm sure that's certain death, right? That's just death. It's just developers are just like, huh? Let's just put a death hole right here. It's just, you're gonna die. I wish I had hidden body or something. All right, let's grab it real quick. We don't need to fight him. I fought enough harpies so far. I proved myself. I can slay him. Actually, harpies almost seem like the kind of thing. I wonder if they are. I was just thinking of. Oh, here we go. Black clerk robe. Oh yeah, this is I can incorporate that set. I like the set I got right now, but I can incorporate that into my current outfit. Even though I'm pretty happy with what I got right here. I like everything except the headpiece for that. This is actually a section I don't come to very often. And I like how there's like 3 ways to get around to that. This whole area is just so well designed. Have I said how much I like the painted world? See, now I can drop down there, or if I'm skilled enough, yeah, get up here. Which, yet again, is one more thing that loops us around into a way that is kind of like a one-way road in a sense. Because it gets you there from the other side, but you can't go back on it, which is... I'm never sure how I feel about that in games, because yeah, okay, everything's come back. Is that what happened? Okay, because I quit and reloaded the game, and everything has come back apparently, which was a mistake, except I don't have full Estus now. Cool, so that didn't benefit me too much in any way. Maybe I should just go rest at a bonfire, huh? I probably should, because we've kind of actually looped around almost the whole thing now. I guess we'll go up here real quick. I guess. Nope, no harpies. Go, 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 go. And I love this staircase. I really do. It's just this area is so well designed. The architecture is amazing. The enemies, as they begin to kill me, are also really good. I do praise the enemies. They got a nice, unique batch of unusual enemies. Some challenging. Some have the toxic effect if you kill them. It's like a double-edged thing. They're not that hard to kill. They blow the fire, which is unusual. You've got the phalanx in it. It's just so... I can't say enough good things about this area. And every time I come to this area, I always think, man, this area is awesome. This area is super cool. And I really want to play it. Okay, I could... Well, I might as well jump down. There's no reason not to, right? This won't kill me. Not certain death. Ah, harpy. Certain death. Chug. Chug and roll. I think we're done there. We're done downstairs. We're done up in that little area up that way on the catwalk. We got the items over there. We're all set over there. We have to fight these guys. I think we gotta fight the dragon, unfortunately. Who is kind of a mini-boss? I guess he's a mini-boss. That's under my definition of an enemy that doesn't respawn as a mini-boss. That isn't, you know, obviously a boss. Yeah, I got that. I did all that. But I always feel like I've missed something. I got the red sign soapstone. I did everything over there, which is quite a labyrinth of the way it's designed. It's designed well, in my opinion. Okay, Mr. Gigantic Dragon, which when you start come over here and that moves, it should... I just love that. Just a little thing. Like, you come here and it's just like, oh, oh, oh no. No, 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 no. Gotta remember one time when me and Dusty were doing a playthrough. I think it was Solar and Oscar. He was doing prayer, and he kept backing up, and he had to do it quick enough to get out of the way, and he just barely got out of the way. I was sure he was gonna die, as he sometimes does. Those things. Sometimes it's like, oh, he planned that. He knew what he was doing. It's like, nah, he had no idea. He got so lucky. Even this guy's interesting. Like, I know there's a dragon like this in the Valley of the Drakes, but like, this guy's awesome. The one in the Valley of the Drakes, he's probably good because if a new player comes by, they might not think of him dead, although they obviously should think he's alive. You should always be wary of everything in Dark Souls. The first 2 hours of Dark Souls should teach you to be very wary of everything. Anything and everything. Trust nothing. Look with your eyes. Taste with your tongue. Wow. There should have been a few more undead things, I think. Since the whole game seemed to be somewhat centered around that. I wonder if he takes more damage in his head. I think he does. That was a lot of damage. See, I'm constantly surprised when I actually do a significant amount of damage. But I'm also very, very I get super, super sad when I do very little damage. When I'm doing like single digits again, I'm like, oh no, this is horrible. But I'm right at that cusp area where I think I'm gonna die. Oh, the cusp. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Cool. Okay. Undead Dragon down, which really is admittedly a pretty cool enemy. And like I said, I wish there were more enemies like that in the game. Sort of like that undead vibe. There should have been a few more. Dragon Scale, which we won't use. And over there, I had picked up the Bloodcrest shield, which is one of my favorite shields in the game. The red and white round shield that I think I almost got in the Catacombs, which I totally would have used, is probably my favorite shield in the game. Love the Baldur shield. Can't, Grasscrest shield, fan favorite. Everyone loves it. You can't go wrong with the Grasscrest shield. But the Bloodcrest shield, I think, is very underutilized. It's not, it's not amazing, but it's got 100 physical defense, 4 against magic. Maybe not the best ability compared to some of the other shields. Even the Grasscrest is better. But it's got around the board fire, lightning, not bad, and its added effect, of course, of giving you the status bonuses against all the status types: curse, bleed, poison, toxic. That's a pretty good shield. Not on top of that, it looks cool to boot. So this is one of my favorite shields personally. I think it's totally underutilized. I don't think enough people actually use it in the game, and it looks cool. I don't know. I like that shield a lot. We may upgrade that. We'll see. I really don't need a plethora of shields since I've already got the Baldur shield, but I really like the Bloodcrest shield. Somehow everyone knew about this, and I don't know how people found out. So you got the other half of the dragon here, and he's just kind of chilling. It's like, alright, you think it'd be a dead end. Hit it. Nothing. You can't get through it. You can't walk around it, get by it. But if you jumping attack, stands up to allow me to drop down to a direct shortcut directly to the boss. So if you just kill the mini boss here, which isn't that difficult because of where you fight him, as long as you're careful and keep running side to side, he's not that difficult. And if you know that strange little trick, which some people not theorize, I guess it's a theory, but some people seem to think it's something the developers did to allow them to, because this was like a debug area originally where they were kind of working on stuff and testing things out, and then it just made its way into the game, which in itself is awesome. But some people think it was a debug thing to let devs or people who knew get straight through. But other people think it's just a glitch. So I'm not sure. I don't think we've ever gotten an official word from FromSoft, but it's an interesting thing. And then you've just got a dragon butt standing up out there. Maybe, yeah, I've got some shards on me. Why not? We'll give it a little bit of upgrade. Okay, and now level up a little bit more into faith. Oh, we're so close. So close. After we beat Priscilla, I bet we'll have just enough to get there. Oh, that'll be perfect. That'll be like the icing on the cake to do the Pain World and to come out of here with the ability to use the Sunlight Blade. So what do I want for Priscilla? I love how it makes sense for the area lore-wise, but I also love how they've kind of shoved a bunch of the odd mechanics into the game here too. Oh, he's still coming from behind me. And that is the one bad thing about the shield, why probably people don't use it much, is every time I pull it out, it restacks, so you can't abuse it. But as long as it's on my back, it still works effectively. I don't think we missed anything. Like I said, I always have that nagging feeling. It's like when you leave your house and you've forgotten to do something. Like, did I turn off the lights? Or, did I forget to take something? I hate that feeling. I get that feeling, despite the fact that I'm a very organized person and I'm very methodical, I get that feeling frequently. Oh, God. I also probably should have turned human. Okay, here comes the knight. Yeah. But I think we did everything. I can't think of anything we missed. No, I think we got it all. We were all down below, went through the labyrinth, went along the catwalk, cut everything down, checked the rooftops, fought the harpies, got the ember. Yeah, I think we did it all. Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm doing the worst against armored enemies that have like good physical armor and are immune to magic. Because obviously at the moment, yikes, at the moment, all my damage is backed by magic. So anything that's resilient to magic is going to be rather resilient to me. Extra resilient because A, I'm using a terrible weapon, and its crux, the only thing that's holding it up is magic. So as soon as I get, well, that was the worst time roll I've done in a while. I guess I deserve that. Okay. Okay, that guy put up a lot more of a fight than I've ever had him put up a fight. And not a great reward either. That was relatively annoying. I don't think I've ever died here this much. But I also usually don't fight that guy. I typically just run right by him. But this too is also just well designed. I don't know. It's a good area. Run straight forward. You got an ambush that you got archers that make you want to move forward and attack them. But then you got an ambush behind you of dredgelings, and they can be relatively dangerous in groups. And then you got that guy who's kind of like blocking your way on a very narrow path. So, and those might be the worst enemies for me because they're heavily armored, pretty resilient to magic, and low physical attacks like I have. And I'm not doing much damage to them, and they're doing a ton to me. Okay, so rings. What do we think? We probably don't need the wolf ring, right? I have the curse bite. See, if I would have been smart to pick up the blood bite ring. That's probably the most useful place for it in the game is against Priscilla, because she is more likely to bleed you out in one go than she is to like knock you out with consecutive hits. It's her hits building up over time, and then the bleed just comes way too fast. She's probably the most bleed heavy enemy in the game. I can't think of anything that bleeds you out quite that much. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll go with this. And she does physical, I assume. I assume that's physical, but I might want stamina more. We're gonna go with stamina. We're gonna play it risky. That's how I like to live. On the edge. You walk, it's just like, to top it all off, you had all that outside, the whole area, which is, in my opinion, obviously, pretty good. You come in here and just like, oh god, what is that? Gigantic enemy carrying a scythe. Like, hi. And then I'm not, there's like, few of the bosses. Seathless is, not hostile when you initially meet him, but most of the other bosses don't. Like, you come into their chamber and it's like, oh, I guess, yeah, we'll talk.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not.
I sure look like one of you. Misstepped. I didn't misstep. I was sucked in. And then she gives you the option to leave. You don't have to fight the boss. It's really another very unique and cool thing about this area because, well, also there's no other way out. So if they made you fight the boss, that would suck. But you get the option to just go. Like, you can just leave. She's just like, hey, I get it. You came in. You walked in. Took a wrong turn. Wrong neighborhood. If you just want to head out, that's cool. And she just lets you. It's like, awesome. Xanthus crown, Xanthus overcoat, Xanthus gloves, and Xanthus waistcloth. Oh, yeah. I'll find a use for that.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful. Its inhabitants.
Yes. Very peaceful land with very peaceful inhabitants who did not try to kill me in so many horrible ways. So she's not a required boss unless you make her aggressive, and then she becomes a required boss. But I don't know, there's something cool about that. I like the boss being A, intelligent, B, speaking with you, not wanting to fight, and just letting you go. But if you want to fight her, she's an interesting fight. She's, well, I mean, there are worse fights in the game, let's be clear. It's like the Bed of Chaos is a failed attempt at a boss. This one's actually kind of cool. Because she's not, most bosses you like directly damage, swing, 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 dodge, 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 swing, swing, swing until boss is dead, right? Or until you die. Oh god, see? I'm glad I got the shield on. Because she turns invisible. So she's hard to see. You can barely hear her. You can kind of get a feel for where she is. But if you pay attention to the snow, which is just an awesome effect, just taking great use of the environment. You can tell this area just had so much time in development. Because there's so many good ideas that are well fleshed out here. You can also use fire, firebomb, pyromancy. Anything fire will actually kick her out of being invisible a lot quicker. But if you deal enough damage, she'll also return to being visible. But you need to be really careful of that. See, I mean, yeah, she's going to kill me through my health bar if I'm not careful. But it's the bleed you want to keep your eye on. If I didn't have the shield on right now and I didn't have bleed resistant stuff on, she can very, very easily bleed you out. Think of one more boss. Oh, see that? Okay. That's what you got to worry about. I'm surprised I lived through that. That's what makes her so dangerous. That's right there. In general, her mechanic of being invisible and difficult to see and spot and hit is kind of interesting. It's interesting. I give it credit for being different from most of the other, like 80% of the other bosses in the game. I praise it for that reason. But the bleed is what you want to watch out for. They come for the invisibility, but they die for the bleed. I wish I had an idea where that might be the most dangerous thing to me right now. Not the fact that she's just invisible, the fact that I can't see her health bar, which is both good and bad. It's like the concept of when you're hoping time passes, just don't look at a clock. It'll pass faster. So sometimes when you don't look at their health bar, I don't know. I could be right on the edge. It might be better for me in this case because sometimes I look at their health and I think, oh god, they have so much health, I'm never going to beat them. And that might be the case right here. I have no concept. No. Okay. Alright. Guess I'm glad I brought Great Heal. I didn't think I'd need it. Turns out I did. And I'll never know how close I was.